Never use ChatGPT to ask how to quit porn ever again. Never watch any other YouTuber on how to quit porn because they just look on ChatGPT, ask it for tips, and then they put it in the videos. But these tips don't work. ChatGPT will just think, all right, well, which videos on porn get the most views on YouTube? NoFap. It must be not. Get on NoFap. Tell them to get onto NoFap. That will solve it. They'll quit porn easily. Bosh. Great video. I quit porn at 19, which is younger than 99% of the planet, but I was addicted at 13, so it was a pretty long addiction, doing it every single day. And I got onto NoFap hundreds of times. That's why it took me so long to quit, okay? So, I'll tell you what I actually did. Stop listening to that shit advice, because it doesn't work. They don't want to help you, they want views. The first thing I did was I got onto LessFap, which is a system I came up with where pretty much, instead of going on NoFap, where you quit porn cold turkey if you didn't know, you go from watching it every day to 0 times. Never works because you're still addicted to porn. Instead of doing that, you get onto LessFap, which is pretty much where you just watch it less each week. The same way you go to the gym, right? You start on the 1 kilograms if you're small. The week after, do you go to 50 kilograms? No, it's pretty retarded, right? You go to 2 kilograms, then 3. No one's going to think, oh, you're going from 2 kilograms to 3. You're going to be tiny for... No, they'll be thinking that's how you're supposed to do it, right? You won't think, well, should I go and lift 100 kilograms maybe and break my back? Probably not, right? With NoFap, it's the same thing. You're going from watching it, what, 1, 2, 3 times a day to 0. Where is the middle ground? It's stupid, okay? So I just thought logically, if I watched it 12 times last week, why not watch it 10 times this week? You're telling people to watch it 10 times in a week? That's terrible. Well, if they watched it 12 times last week, then yeah, it's pretty simple, right? Then 8 times after that, then 5 after that, and I kept going down. Within a couple months, I'd gone from watching it twice a day to like once a week, okay? Wasn't hard or easy, it was just pretty simple. Because I could still watch porn. I was making progress towards quitting each week, which felt great, especially after being on NoFap, which is what everyone recommends. You're on NoFap for months and you make no progress ever. You're 1 step forward and 3 steps back, okay? And I was getting benefits each week, even though I was still watching porn and making progress, becoming more confident, less anxious, less, self-hatred, all these benefits simply by watching porn less. It's very simple. I was the only one that wasn't trying to rush, and I was the only one who actually quit. Maybe 0.1 of the population can use NoFap to quit, but that's it. The way I'm recommending, anyone can quit. So get onto LessFap and just watch it less each week. The next thing I did was I made my sessions fast. Now, when you're on this journey, you can make the excuse, like, I watched porn 5 times last week, so I watch it 3 times this week, but each time I watch it, I'll make it 3 times as long. I usually watch it for 20 minutes. This time I watch it for an hour each time. It's still the same relapse, no? I'm still only watching it 3 times. Don't count. You can't just cope and watch it for longer, which is what I did, okay? Because it still messes with your brain. When you watch it for an hour longer or whatever, an extra long time each time, it's all on your mind all the time. And you're just going back a step and you want to jack off again even more. And the addiction comes back. Despite only watching it 3 times that week, you're watching it for longer each time. So the chance of you watching it again and edging the other days is so much higher, okay? So what I did, instead of just saying, be boring, first video you can find, do it as fast as possible, I made my sessions fast by playing a game. I was like, all right, it took me 5 minutes last week. I'll try and break that record and watch it in 4 minutes 30 and keep going down and just see how fast I can get it. Instead of being boring and be like, yeah, never watch it again, no more fun, just do it fast, done. I was like, all right, I like it being a game. I need to beat my past self, do it as fast as possible. And I just thought, the less time I do it, the better my addiction is getting, because I don't need to watch it for that long, okay, because it gets boring. It almost feels productive. Get it done with, done. I'll watch it again next week, and that's it. Do it as fast as possible. Do not have a fapathon, because that sends you back in the deep end where the addiction was bad. Now, quickly, no pressure, but if you want to know exactly how I quit faster than 99% of the planet, link below is my porn quitting course. All the secrets I can give you are there. It's very cheap. There's a discount going on right now. There's also a bonus section for free that you get once you buy it. If you're interested, you can check it out. Now, the final thing I'll tell you is a mindset I had. I did not need to jack off whenever I was horny, okay? It seems pretty obvious now, but people seem to think whenever they get horny or the urge to watch porn, they've already failed, right? And they need to watch porn. It's stupid, right? No, you obviously get horny. You're a man. You got balls. That's the point, okay? If you stop getting horny, that's when you should be worried. Okay, so don't beat yourself up over getting horny, a normal emotion, and then being like, oh, I've already failed now, I might as well go and watch porn. Okay, I've heard many fat people say, I was on a diet, I was losing weight, I was doing great, but then something bad happened. What happened? I got hungry. It's stupid, right? People have said that, and it's the same thing with porn. You got hungry, cool. Don't mean you failed. You don't need to eat, okay? Just be hungry, you're fat, cool. You're horny, you're uncomfortable, cool. Get rid of this addiction, or else you'll be a cook, loser, hate your life, lonely. Okay, so pick your poison. Bit uncomfortability now to avoid this disgusting life, or just have the disgusting life, okay, and just jack off. It's just a mindset. You don't need to watch porn when you're horny. You don't need to eat when you're fat, for fat people, okay? You can lose the weight, you can be hungry, you can be horny and not jack off. You do something with the horniness. You got pent up energy now. Go to the gym, work on something, do something productive. You don't need to splurge your seed that God has given you on, you know, some random people on the internet. It's weird. It's gay. You don't need to do that, okay? Now, I hope this video helped. This is how I quit faster than 99% of the planet. If you want my extra tips, like I said, link below. And subscribe if this helped. Goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but under this video is my paid porn quitting secrets course. It just helps you quit porn faster, supports me. So once you feel like you trust me enough, you can check it out. There's a massive discount going on right now. So if you're interested, I'd do it now. And once you buy it, by the way, I'm going to give you a free bonus section, which teaches you how to speak to girls, which becomes a lot easier when you quit porn.